Welcome to the 100th centennial anniversary of Southside High School. I'm your host, Principal Adam Swinford, and I am lucky enough to be the 7th principal of this great institution of learning. Southside High School throughout the years has been a vibrant place. Many exciting opportunities have happened between those doors behind me. Most recently, we have our STEAM initiative. We have always had a great fine arts program, and our athletic teams continue to dominate here within the city of Fort Wayne. We're excited about this, celebrating this, and the next 100 years of what's going to happen here at Southside High School. This has been an exceptional school throughout the history of Southside High School. Throughout these years, one thing has remained the same here at Southside, and that we are a family. The staff has always been student-centered and will continue to be student-centered throughout the life of this building. Students that come here recognize the traditions and the things that have happened and the great impact that this has made on the Fort Wayne community as well as the community on South Calhoun Street. With everything that's happened, we are confident that Southside will be here for generations to come. We are thankful of what we've done, but just like we do each and every day, we always look for the future. And when our next graduating class comes through these walls, that they are ready to make a solid contribution to society. We thank the Fort Wayne Community Schools and we thank the community of Fort Wayne, Indiana for what you've done for Southside High School throughout our first 100 years of existence.
This is Blair Phillips interviewing Paul Ryder, class of 1938. So can you explain a little bit when you were here, what it was like in 38?
Ooh, 1938. When I look at the building now, I can't remember. Now, these are pictures taken at Fort Bliss and at Fort Sill. I don't know what. There's this purple book. This was an old scrapbook that I assembled when I got home. And I had a sister-in-law who worked for the bindery at North Bedford, and so she bound it into a book. But these poor old pages,
Brittle.
yeah, they're all dried out.
My name is Jim Clauser. I'm a graduate of the class of 1957. I'm one of 6 family members who attended Southside, from my father in 1925 to my younger brother Ken, who graduated in 1964. Southside means a lot to me. I enjoyed my time here in the choir, in a boys quartet, participating in 36 workshop, doing a lot of things for other teachers, and I was also a cheerleader for 2 years, so this is a great place to be, and I'm really enthusiastic about being in this show to help celebrate the 100th anniversary. Kirby and I have been friends for many years. I taught with his dad, of course knew his mother real well, and so it's a pleasure for me to be part of this whole production.
Susie Fast, graduated in 1960. Southside's always been a beacon. It was one of the best in the country at that time. And we've had a lot of founding people from Fort Wayne that have continued to help Fort Wayne strive. It's been an honor to be part of Southside, and I continue that they will always be one of the founding footsteps of Fort Wayne.
I'm Nancy Mack. I was Nancy Keller, graduated from Southside in 1964. To me, Southside was educational opportunities. It was a classical education, Latin for 4 years, and outstanding math, science, English teachers, history teachers. And I'm proud to say that that spilled over to my 3 children who also graduated from Southside, and they too had what we all consider classical education that leads to great opportunities in your future, solid foundation of facts and knowledge.
For the Southside 100th Anniversary Alumni Association. All right, enough about me. Let's talk about our amazing special guest here. This is Mr. Kirby Volz, Southside alumni, class of 1976. Mr. Volz, it is a pleasure to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Mark, for asking. I feel honored.
Okay, so here's how it's going to work today, Mr. Volz. I'm going to go ahead and ask you several prescribed questions that Miss Nancy Mack, I believe, gave to me. But then, of course, we can go off script. We can chat. I want to try and make you feel comfortable because you're my guest today. And at the very end of that, we're just going to kind of go back and forth about what we think about Southside, how it's changed, and we're just going to go off script like we do.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so number one. Now, this kind of segues perfectly into the last question. You might have mentioned this. Were there any clubs or extracurriculars that you were involved in that really inspired you?
Yeah, well, the theater speeching was called Mask and Gavel, and so I was involved in that. AFS, which is the American Field Service or something like that, was a foreign exchange program.
Yeah.
I was, well, I'm not a quiet person but I was, when I was here, everybody, you went to all the games, all the basketball, football, regardless whether and I told kids this now, my students now, it didn't matter really whether you liked or it didn't have anything to do with liking or disliking athletics. It was about the social thing. And of course, there was a lot less for us to do than there are for kids now. Not, people worked, but not to the extent kids work now.
Yeah.
And I just wish sometimes that the kids would take more of an opportunity to to go and be involved in get some school spirit, because that's the things I remember about Southside, and being just it was just a good bond, and everybody was an archer.
I am Mr. Mark Truesdell, and at class of 1999, and on behalf of the Southside Alumni Association and the 100th anniversary, I have yet again a very special guest here in my studio, Mr. David Seipels, class of 1977. Sir, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. Truesdell.
So, okay, everybody likes to end on something they kind of feel about Southside, something about that really gets them in their heart. What is it about this school that has changed you? What is Southside to you?
Well, a lot of history, and because my family goes back in it, and because I have such a personal connection to it. I mean, more than just attending here, because my parents went here.
Right.
They had the history. It's a lot of family history as well. I mean, not only just the bigger, broader Southside family, but my personal family.
Yeah. And I don't get the impression that they kind of made you. You did it because it wasn't expected, but you were in the area, that's where they went, and it made sense to you to go. You go.
It was our neighborhood school.
Yeah.
We went, my school career path was Harrison Hill, Fairfield when it was a middle school, what we called a junior high school, and then Southside.
Yeah.
And
So,
there was just never any thought about going anywhere else.
very good
Hello,
stuff.
my name is Carmen Mollison, and I am a teacher here at Southside High School, also an alumni. I graduated from Southside in 1977. But Southside, when we were going to school, it was so much spirit. It's still a lot of spirit, but it was a lot of spirit back then. There were a lot of things going on. It was just a great school to be at, and you could feel the spirit in the school, the spirit with the kids. The teachers were awesome, the counselors were great, and pretty much like it is today. I think that it continues to be that way. We have great teachers now, we had great teachers then, and the only thing that has really actually changed is I would say the building itself, because we went through a renovation. I personally love the old way it was, because we had that Coliseum gym, but they saw fit to make it different, so you have to move with change. And we have nice classroom. It's very comfortable to be here. The curriculum is great. We have the IB program now. There's a lot of things that are offered to our students. We have credit recovery. We have ways that if kids do get behind, that they can catch up. Teachers are willing to come in early, stay after school, and then we also have different days dedicated for helping students to stay on target. with their graduation. So, and then they offer, and we have anthems, we have a lot of things that's going on. I am so proud to be a part of the Southside team and what it offers and what it stands for.
How has Southside sports changed since you've been a part?
Since I've been at Southside, sports has changed, I think, in two different ways. The participation of kids in the building, and we have, a lot of young coaches that might coach for a year or two, and then they're gone. So there hasn't been a lot of consistency, but the kids in the building tend to gravitate to one sport and are reluctant to get involved in other sports.
Hello, my name is Doughofer. I'm from the class of 1981, and Southside has meant a lot to me, and it still continues to mean a lot. Just this weekend, we finished the 100th anniversary celebration doing the musical, The Music Man, and I was able to play in the pit orchestra with a bunch of students, former members of Southside High School, as well as some people that helped out and that were teaching here, that are teaching here, that played with the band as well. Southside meant so much to me back then in the music department, developing so many friendships. Met my wife there. We were in summer band between our freshman and sophomore year, and freshman back in those days was at the junior high. So I just had met her as we were being in band together. Classes that I took here were wonderful. Some of the teachers were fantastic. The English department, Madeline Garvin, Ron Fetcher, Dan Boylan, terrific teachers. The math department, Mr. Petty, Mr. Sage, Mr. Weinert. The science department, Mr. Black, Mr. Davis. Just a wonderful opportunity to learn here at Southside with excellent teachers that really knew their literature and knew their craft as well as their expertise, their area of expertise.
My name is Carlahofer, and I graduated from Southside High School in 1981. And Southside was a great place for me. I had the most incredible education here. Academic excellence was great. The music program was phenomenal. I was very touched by a lot of the teachers. I had great teachers. When I want to lift up, George Davis was my chemistry teacher. He went way above and beyond. He would hold my saxophone underneath his desk in his chemistry class so it would not get stolen so that I could use that for band. That is not his department at all, but it really touched my heart that he cared enough to, reach out to me that way. And so I can't say enough good about that. My best friend became my husband, and I met him here at Southside. He was 15, I was 16. He's the love of my life. And even after we graduated, about a year ago, I think it was about our 40th anniversary, I got to go to prom for the first time. I didn't get to go when I was here, but my husband got permission from the principal here, and we went to prom. So can't say enough good about it, but yeah, it was a great experience.
Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Mr. Truesdell, TV and Mass Media Director, teacher here at Southside High School, and I'm very proud and lucky to have Mr. C.J. Graff, graduate of 1982. Mr. Graff, thank you so much for joining us.
It's my pleasure. I came to Southside going into my junior year in high school. I came from Indianapolis, North Central High School, which is a huge high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was anxious coming to a smaller high school. And it turned out to be the best 2 years of my life. My junior and senior year are two of the best years of my life. The students were so welcoming. It was a much more close-knit environment than it had been at North Central. And I found I had a lot more opportunities to participate than I would have at North Central, and in athletics and extracurriculars and things of that nature. And the thing that I found most beneficial, or the thing that I treasure the most about Southside, and it's still true today, is that our variety of students from so many different backgrounds, all the different ethnicities, all the different national groups that are represented at Southside. It makes for a environment where there's not the typical cliques that you see in so many high schools. Everybody's part of the same thing. And I saw it as a student when I came here and appreciated that so much. And as a teacher now, it's the same. Our students don't judge one another. You'll see people from different groups interacting without any issue, without any qualms about, oh well, you know, I don't really know them. We just, you know, there's that community sense that we have at Southside that I enjoy so much. And it was here when I went to school, and it's here now. And that's the thing I appreciate probably the most about Southside.
I'm Handichi, class of 1982, and Southside has really come to mean family for me. I didn't realize it when I was a student here, just how important my relationships with my teachers and my peers were. But once I came back, I began to see and almost immediately realized just how close we all are with each other. And it wasn't like that at the first school I taught at, and it wasn't like that at any of the schools where I substitute taught for extended periods of time. But here at Southside, it's true. Once an archer, always an archer, and we've got your back. And we will support you to the ends. And you can come back after 25, 30, 40 years, and it'll be just like you were here yesterday. So Southside is family.
Ryan Bond, 1993. Playing basketball-wise, my senior year we were very successful, and we ended up going to semi-states. And just the memories that I have from that team, you know, the Coliseum being sold out, and going the various stages of levels eventually. That was a one-class system, so it was pretty cool to be in the semi-state with only one class, and eventually we end up losing, and it's still, man, it gets to me now. And then transitioning into to coaching, I was an assistant coach here for a few years under Greg Taylor, and then when he decided to leave, I knew I wanted to be the head coach here, and thought there was no way they would hire me, but it was the one job I wanted. And the day that I got this job, I could not believe it. And to be able to spend 10 years here coaching, and with some great kids, and the ups and downs that come with coaching at Southside, there's more ups and there's more downs. It's a great basketball school, great history, and besides the everyday workings of being the basketball coach and winning and all that, just for myself, just personally to say that when I see the list of names, and to think that I'm a part of the great history of Southside basketball as a player and then as a coach, it's really satisfying knowing historically how great this school has been throughout the state.
Well, my name is Rae Hui. I'm class of 1993. And what Southside always meant to me was family and home. It was the first school I went to that I was there for the entirety of the span you were supposed to be there. We were a tight-knit family at Southside. Back in 93, this was before they had the renovations that took out our huge gymnasium and gave us a wonderful library that they have here now. Changed the entrances up and stuff like that. But we were all a family, and there was just this source of family. We all lived in the same communities. We all walked to school together. We all hung out together. We all went to the same places together. We all did everything together. And so Southside always meant to me family and safety.
Raul Rubicata, Southside High School, class of 1998. What does Southside High School mean to me? Family, friends, for the most part. 2 older sisters, both graduated also from Southside High School in the early 90s, and all of my best friends that I'm still friends with to today are also all graduates from Southside.
So what does Southside High School mean to me? As an alum of 1999, I've had a lot of time to think about that. You know, and after having worked here, I think that's an interesting question. It's not just a location or a place. To me, it's like an identity. It's like family. It's a culture. You know, it's an attitude. If you say, hey, I go to Southside, people say, oh yeah, all these people from all these generations.
Right. So I am Sabrina Perrani. I graduated in 2000. I currently live in New York City. I moved out here shortly after I graduated from Indiana University in 2004. And so I've been out in New York since 2005. And really what Southside has meant to me is community. Recently attended our 20th reunion, and just the power of the community and, Southside family is what I say, friends for many, many years that I, really met at Southside and grew those friendships.
Hi, my name is Amy Groh. I am from the graduating class of 2005. What Southside means to me, I think that Southside means strength and culture and just being a part of something bigger than just you. I think the students here, not only when I went to school, but currently have so much strength and so much power, and they just need to dive into that and be able to pull that out and really understand where they come from is a strength, and their culture is a strength.
Special. In our third installment, we are interviewing Mr. Shepard. Sir, class of 2012, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
What teachers do you remember at South and why?
Oh, I tell you, the 2 teachers, no, there are 3. There are 3.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 teachers that stand out the most from my time here at Southside are the Dichis,
yeah.
Marianne and Joe Dichi, who are Southside. I mean, they just exude green and white. And then the last one is Ron Holmes, a teacher that unfortunately is no longer with us,
yes.
but not so much in body, but in heart and mind, he is the embodiment of Southside High School. That man, I've not met a single person that was here while he was that didn't know him, or at least know of him.
Yes.
Amazing man. Made you want to work harder.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
Yeah, and I was very fortunate to also remember him, and I had him as well my junior and sophomore year, and so I can definitely identify with that. Anything else to add, sir?
No, I suppose if I had one thing, I love this place. It always feels like home. I come in and I know everybody. I get to talk to everybody, even the students and especially the staff. I have a really hard time with my plan period because I just like to go around and see how everybody's doing.
Yeah. I've heard that frequently from many people.
But I do love this place, and I love the people that work here.
Well,
Hi, my name is Katie Shepard. I graduated in the class of 2015, and Southside to me has always meant family. For me, it takes on a special meaning. Not only have I gone here, my brother has also graduated from Southside, my father, and our great-grandmother was in one of the first graduating classes. As a teacher here as well, it also means I work with my brother. We're both teachers at Southside, so Southside not only has a special place personally for our family, but it's also just a place that's always felt like family. Whoever you see, whoever you meet, you've got a family outside past these walls.
My name is Giovanni Sorello, and I graduated from Southside in 2019.
So, a lot of people talk about the diversity at Southside. What are your thoughts on that?
Depends on how you're looking at the diversity. There is good and bad diversity, but if you're talking about good diversity, there is a lot of people that enjoy sports. There is a lot of people that enjoy arts, music, any type of after-school activities like clubs. So there is a lot of diversity as it goes for what type of stuff you can do and what type of stuff people are interested in.
So, what was your time like at Southside? What connections did you build? What did you do for fun, etc.?
My time at Southside was very good. I had a couple rough spots. They got better as I made a lot of connections with friends and teachers. There are a lot of teachers that I miss and I enjoyed having. Did color guard for a couple years. I also took an orchestra class, which was basically fun to me. My senior year, I did Section K.
My name is Christian Cirillo. I am the class of 2022 here at Southside. What does Southside mean to me? Basically, honestly, the school is everything to me. You know, I came in here as a freshman, you know, not knowing anything, like basically every other freshman. And I came in and I was trying to look for friends. I was trying to be the popular guy. And throughout the years, I've gotten involved and I've made friends. And basically, I found this place to be my home. You know, I bleed green. I love doing all the events here. I love interacting with everyone here. So basically, this place is just a good time. It's super diverse. There's a bunch of things going on, and I'm looking to carry the bleed green tradition down the line.
My name's Devon Chapman. I am the class of 2023, and what does Southside mean to me? Pretty much what Southside has, you know, taught me over the past few years, ever since I came from Northrop High School. It basically, all the teachers, all the people, all the students, all the staff, and, you know, the community is great here, has taught me that, you know, never give up on your dreams and aspirations, because back in middle school, I went through some kind of identity crisis, trying to find myself, who I am, and then boom, freshman year comes in November, and then, met a lot of great people here, like Mr. Truesdell, Miss O, Miss Hall, and a lot of great teachers, the football team, the track team, like Coach Nolan, Coach Tiny Lee, and all those people who taught me never give up, you know, work hard for what you want, and then some.
My name is Max Hensler, and I am the class of 2024. What does Southside mean to me? Southside has already given me so many opportunities that I'm already grateful for, so many things that not a lot of people have the opportunity to have or get, which I'm very thankful for already, and it's only my sophomore year, and I'm already getting so many opportunities, which I'm grateful for. And for the future, I think this school has probably helped me prepare than any other school, because I don't have the kind of connection at other schools like I do with the people here, because I know everybody here, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Here in Southside, I do think there's a lot of cool things, such as how we have a robotics team, we have several different clubs here. The entirety of Southside itself is very accepting. We have a lot of different people from different cultures. Everybody here will be mostly nice to you.